So the next topic that I wanted to talk about today is dealing with setbacks. I play basketball. You might notice some of the pictures on the wall. I'm a big fan of LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, and actually there's a new lady called Sabrina Ionescu that plays for New York Liberty. I've got a new signed picture of her as well. But actually in my spare time, when I'm not working, I play basketball. And actually I turned 40, so I got to play in the Veterans League here in the northeast of England over the summer. And off the back of that, I've applied and I've actually got a trial 3rd of September for something called the FIMBA GB over 40s basketball team. And the idea to be able to represent your country in a sport that you love in your age category is mega attractive to me. And I was really excited. I'd finished top scorer in the league for the Vets League. And I was really starting to gear up for this trial, which was in a month's time. It's now in 2 weeks. And then when it was kind of all set up and I had the hotel booked and everything done, it was 2 weeks ago on Monday, I turned my ankle. And in basketball, you can get injured almost at any point, but especially as you get older, it does take you a bit longer to heal. And part of the reason for not doing these for the last few weeks is that I literally couldn't walk or stand up because my ankle was this big. Luckily now, as you can see, I can kind of walk on it, I can run on it, but it's still not perfect and I've got 2 weeks to kind of rehab it. But the reason why I wanted to talk about setbacks is that for me, I love basketball and the idea to represent GB through the FIMBA program is a massive plus. And I was really excited and I was getting my hopes up and I was getting ready to train, and then bang, I was literally on my back on the floor in agony thinking, have I just blown this opportunity? Because you don't get the chance all the time. So one of the things I've purposely done over the last few weeks is that I've been properly rehabbing my ankle, ice, rest, ice, compression, elevation, everything you can imagine to get ready and get back fit again. But the whole point is, in business and careers and life in general, we all actually experience setbacks in different shapes or forms. We all get our hopes up to go for jobs that we don't get. If you run a small business, you pitch a client that we don't win. In sports, you can win or lose or get relegated and not get picked for your team. And the funny thing is, a lot of it is to do with the mindset about how you approach setbacks and challenges is actually what you then do next. And it's a really funny one that likewise, I still have the mental dilemma is that I might go down to London on the 3rd of September, try out, and they might say, look, Steve, you're just not good enough. And then I must admit, it's that balance for me of where do I give up? Do I get fitter? Do I train more? Do I kind of keep working towards that goal, which I would love to achieve? Or do I think, outside that, I'm just going to give up. I'm going to sit on the couch and give up chasing something that I want to do. The truth is, in business with startups, it's equally the same. So I've been running Roadmap MBA for 2 and a bit years now. And it is really tough that likewise, you can get up and do all the right things and host your live streams. And if nobody engages, it can be difficult to keep going, or you approach a charity that you would love to work with and they ignore you. And essentially what we're talking about and the way to deal with setbacks is almost just to really understand your passions. What is it that you love to do? And the truth is, I love actually the creation of trying to do all of this. And I love the challenge that comes with social impact and trying to help people and actually just, achieve kind of career fulfillment. Likewise for basketball, I love playing and I would love to represent my country doing something. But I think if I do get rejected, I will still keep working for it. And I might try for a different age group in the future or whichever. But it was almost the acknowledgement that it's okay to fail. As long as you know, it's one of my big things. If you know you did everything you could and it just didn't work out, you can almost move on proud of your attempt. And actually just, you can either then choose to try again or pivot or change. But the truth is, it's about the mindset, not so much the outcome. It could be that the reason why you didn't get that job or didn't get that client has absolutely nothing to do with you. It might be the person that you pitched or that business, they themselves are in financial trouble, so they can't hire you for the thing. There's lots of different reasons why actually we always often worry that we are the reason why we didn't get the job, the promotion, the sports team, whichever. But actually don't give up. If you really love doing what you do, kind of just keep going. Even this week with the business, you know, there's been times when you second guess yourself, you worry, is it worth the effort, is it not? But actually, if you surround yourself with good people who are equally as passionate as you are, actually it can do incredible things to really help you achieve great stuff. If you would have asked me 3 years ago, there's no way that I would have thought that we would have had all of this, that Roadmap MBA would have users in 56 countries, or that I would have the potential to trial for the GB team in a few weeks' time. So actually, I think part of that is just it's the resilience to keep going, even when nobody watches or nobody tunes in, just to kind of keep trying. And then likewise, if this ever does fail, or I give up, or I break my leg and my sports career is over, as long as I know that I tried my best, I would kind of take that as well. So my name's Steve Pugh. If you check this out on YouTube or LinkedIn or Facebook or Twitter, please check out roadmapmba.com. Our mission is to make business education accessible to 5 billion people. And you can also learn completely for free as well. Just check out all the stuff on the website.